What's your biggest expense?
On food.
Food. Should be food.
Food actually.
I think similarly food.
I would say food because like I love eating. I will treat myself to like good food once in a while.
I probably spend closer to 600 to 800 a month on food.
Food is my biggest expense. Yeah.
Can I say shopping? Okay, food also.
Be honest.
Yeah, I spend a lot on food. And somehow I like cafes, restaurants. So like most of my money are going into there.
Biggest expense, I think is to my parents. Yeah, I will just give my parents like in one lump sum. Then the rest will be paying for the house, and then then that will be all.
What's your monthly budget allocation? What does it look like?
20% saving and 20% investment. Some give my parents, then some I spend.
Savings are maybe 20%. Yeah, around there for savings.
Yeah, savings is about 20. In good cases will be 30%.
I try to save 50% of my salary. So cause I feel like now we got not much commitment. So as much as possible, 50% is into savings. Then the rest I will see spending. But more of like insurance as well. And then in terms of investing. Yeah, now investing is very important, I feel.
Okay, I kind of lost track over the years already, but when I was younger, I did a lot of calculations and all the percentages to keep myself in track. But as the years goes by, I think my expenses have not risen in tandem. So the lifestyle inflation is not really getting to me. So I still spend quite low. My spending is still quite low. Yeah. So then the rest I will just invest. Yeah. Okay, but maybe if you want like maybe the entire year, maybe I spend 40%. Then the rest 60% I will just save it up.
So my aim is also about 50%, but I think most of the time it tends to fall a bit short, like maybe around 30 to 40% that range. Yeah, that's for the savings part.
Yeah, like savings, spending, investment.
I actually have a budget thing. You want to see?
Okay.
Wait, Yes, so you can see here.
Okay.
42% is food, 21% is like work expenses, 17% is like transport, and then the rest of it is just like miscellaneous, like social life. I need to pay for my laptop and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. So I think the majority of it, 42%, 40% is about food.
I think generally try to keep my expenses as low as possible. Again, it will vary month on month, but I think as a general rule of thumb, I try to keep it below maybe about 1,000. With the rest of the money I have, I don't have like specific percentages, but the latest that I try to do is like apportion some for maybe the CPF SA, apportion some for other investing, and then after also another just to maybe park into like the bank or something like that.
Monthly, because right now I don't have a mortgage, so I think a large part of it, most of it is on food and going out with entertainment expenses. If not, I think also do set aside some amount of money for traveling. Then I think that's the two biggest pie. Other than that, yeah, nothing much.
Subscribe to the Telegram for free updates and great deals, and more than 15,000 people have already signed up.
What do you think about the cost of living in Singapore?
Getting higher, but I think it's the same everywhere around the world.
I think things are getting pretty expensive, especially for the younger generation. Yeah, because entry-level jobs now, they don't pay as high. I mean, they pay more than last time, but in terms of like expenses, the increase is much steeper compared to previously.
I also feel like for the younger generation, especially us actually, sandwich generation, is very high because of the inflation and everything.
Cost of living is definitely going up. I think my wallet and bank account both want to cry already.
Yeah, it's getting higher, especially my food. I felt it in the last 2 years actually. My Thai fund now is like $650. For me as a student, I think the biggest expense is food. So yeah, I definitely felt like the increase in prices there. But otherwise, for me, it's still manageable. Yeah, I just have to budget my expenses a little bit better.
I think it's still manageable if you can still like find you still live within your means Yeah, and then like finding cheaper sources of like food or groceries
I think the price control in Singapore is still quite okay because we still have hawker centers available as a cheaper food alternative rather than like maybe other countries they only have like even fast food restaurants are already minimally 10 USD that kind of situation. So it's still quite okay aside from like maybe purchase of property or that it's increasing a bit faster than what people expect. Yeah.
In terms of mortgage right now, I think as the market keeps climbing, specifically the real estate market, I might feel a little bit more stressed out because I'm trying to bid for a house right now as well. So that's the largest ticket item. If not for the rest, I think if you look at your taping or your normal food, they all spike up quite a bit. But I guess you kind of need to focus more on trying to optimize your spending. I guess that's about it. Because inflation is not a Singapore-specific thing, so we all have to kind of live with it, I guess.
I think it has been rising over the years, more evident in the last few years. And then, we have to be more aware of what we are spending on, to keep track of our expenses.
This video is brought to you by Weeoo, which is giving you attractive sign-up rewards for the month of May. New users can use my link, sign up, and fund to get up to 8.4% USD Moneybull per annum yield, capped at US $250,000 for up to 180 days. That's an estimated US $10,500 return. This figure is computed based on the 7-day yield of the USD cash fund in Moneybull as of 25th March 2024, plus Moneybull interest booster generated after 180 days from the first US $250,000 subscription. You can also get US $1,050 worth of cash vouchers when you fulfill the requirements for new users. There's also a new transfer in promo offering you US $2,000 worth of cash vouchers plus US $500 trading vouchers when you fulfill the promo requirements. So grab your welcome rewards today, and thanks for signing up and supporting this channel.
So what are you doing to cope with the higher cost of living?
Try to optimize more, go out lesser, try to find more budget ways. Last time you go to malls more often, now you go to coffee shop more often. That's how we adapt, I guess.
Spend less and probably invest more for the future.
Going for cheaper alternatives lah, like food. Eat less restaurants lah, yeah. Then transport, take less taxis, cab, and then I try to start investing lah.
You don't spend so much money on those frivolous expenses don't reduce the discretionary spendings Then maybe be aware of what you are spending on.
Try to drink lesser coffee at cafes. That kind of lifestyle changes or it's not a need, but it can make coffee at home and things like that. Then the other points she mentioned already.
What can we do? Work harder, spend less, spend within our means.
Budgeting and see how we can save and all these credit cards, miles, all these new things that are coming out. So need to really know what is going on in the market also.
It's more important than ever to be financially educated. You have to do your own research. Maybe watch YouTube channels maybe your own one, and as well as Kelvin.
So reducing expenses is definitely one of the first few things. Thinking about long-term financial planning, how am I going to invest in the short, medium and long term, figuring out what those goals are and then apportioning funds appropriately.
I think for budgeting expenses, I think in terms of maybe choosing to take the bus, MRT and train instead of taking a cab, choosing to eat out or cook at home. So I think those are just the little things that I do to just kind of keep expenses down a little bit.